Ryan Gibson podcast. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because the Knicks are playing tonight. The Knicks are playing tonight. Get that off of me. The Knicks are playing tonight. And another thing, since we're talking about the Knicks, so the New York Knicks, the watch party has been canceled. The watch party has been canceled. They said that NYPD shut down the watch party for the New York Knicks. Yes, the game is going to be in Cleveland tonight. However, the Knicks will have, as other teams do, certain teams, some teams, not all teams, they have a watch party at the stadium, at the arena that the away team plays. In this case, the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. However, NYPD has canceled the watch party because they claimed or claims that there were rowdiness in game 2. And to avoid that, they shut it down. I defer to the NYPD because they know what the fuck they're dealing with. They know why they shutting it down. They have the authority and the power to shut it down, so they shut that shit the fuck down. At least they're not shutting down a home game, so you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. It's an away game. We're going to take it anyway. But I was talking to my brother. Shout out to Reek. I was talking to my brother. I was like, can you fucking imagine the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals? Can you imagine Madison Square Garden in games 3 and 4? Because they're not going to have home court advantage with any of the remaining Western Conference teams. But the New York Knicks, just imagine that shit. And we're on the road to it. We're on the way to it, you know. God willingly, we take care of what we have to take care of with Cleveland, not just tonight, but the other game or games, depending on how tonight turns out. And then, of course, the next game, of course. But shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. Shout out to Josh Hart. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Shout out to all the New York Knicks. And shout out to the coach. Shout out to Mike Brown. I have to give it to him. Initially, one of my episodes, I was talking about how, how is he such a good coach because he coached LeBron James. I did say things like that, but he is, showing that he's a good coach. He's doing what, you know what I mean? He's doing great. I can't knock him. I can't fault him. I have to, you know what I mean? If I'm going to be critical as I were, I have to also, own up to it. He's doing his shit. The players are doing their shit. I do feel that coaching is really maybe 30 to 40%. And 60 to 70%, I feel, is the players, because the players have to do what the coaches are actually saying. They have to buy in, and they actually have to go out there and perform. So that's what I feel. But he's doing his thing. He did his thing. He learned everything he needs to learn in Golden State, and he's displaying it with the Knicks. I do want to say that Coach Thibodeau did his thing, and it's one of those situations that how Steve Kerr came into the Golden State Warriors after what was his name? Who used to coach the Warriors? Mark something. Forgot his name, but it's similar to how he had developed the Golden State Warriors, and then Steve Kerr came in. And it's not that it's just gonna be, hey, you automatically win. But kudos to them. Mark Jackson. Okay, Mark Jackson. It was on my mind. Mark Jackson. Okay, so let's move on because I'm not staying on this thing long. The Knicks are playing. I got shit to do. Shout out to everyone who's... Listen, guys, I have an interview dropping soon. I'm not going to drop too many hints, but you guys are going to see it. It is a lovely interview. A very lovely interview. I think you guys will be very, very interested in it. So please check it out. Check it out. It is dropping soon. Why the fuck is gas so expensive? Why is gas so expensive? I find myself buying gas so damn often now. So there's a report that says U.S. citizens have reportedly spent over $40 billion extra dollars, right, on gas since the war with Iran started, with prices up to 50% up from last year. I don't want to delve too deep into politics, but that obviously that doesn't make sense. How the fuck does that make sense? How does that make sense? How? I'm gonna leave that to you guys to ponder. I'm not gonna delve deep into it. Like I said, I'm not going too deep into politics today. No. But how does that make sense? I'm filling up my tank so often. The other day I went to buy gas. And I don't usually buy gas from this gas station, but I'm like, yo, I'm a little low. I'm gonna just put a little bit in. And that shit was like 5 something. And I'm like, shit. Albeit, it was close to the highway, but that shit is crazy. Gas is fucking ridiculous. And here's the thing. Wifey's calling. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna do it. I'm coming. Gas is so fucking high. It doesn't make sense. I also saw something that they were talking about how gas is typically higher in the summertime. So it's not too outlandish. It's not too different. I'm like, what the fuck? That's America for you though, right? It's gonna be around the time when people travel more. So increase the fucking prices, right? Yeah, make it harder, right? But that's America for you. That is America for you. But damn, gas is high. Gas is motherfucking high. Anyway, Adrien Broner. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, Adrien Broner? He, I think he was live streaming and he touched, what's her name? Aya Tanjali, if I'm right. Nonetheless, he touched a woman, a little tap on her ass. I'm not condoning that shit, but I'm just describing what I saw. He was live streaming. She got up and she was wearing some short skirts, whatever. It don't really fucking matter what the fuck she was wearing. Yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing? When you were on It Is What It Is and you kept hitting on Stat Baby, the beautiful, lovely, articulate Stat Baby, Treasure Wilson, motherfuckers was already looking at you like, yo, come on, bro. And now you doing shit like this, bro. Chill, bro. Chill before you get yourself into deeper waters, bro. And I don't wish bad upon anyone. I'm not a fan of kicking someone when they're down. But listen, bro, don't dig it deeper for yourself. Don't dig a grave deeper for yourself, bro. Just, take it easy as it pertains to those things. Just take it easy. And I see some comments, they like, yeah, she's complaining, or she said it never happened to her by a guy she doesn't want. Well, I mean, like that's what makes sense, right? Like, women not gonna be happy when a man that they're not interested in is touching them. Like, that shit is, come on, bro. Like, just, just chill, bro. Just be easy. Be easy. Because shit is not looking good for you. Just chill with that shit. You feel me? Well, wishes to him, prayers for him. I hope whatever he's going through, he gets through that shit and he come out on top, because sometimes we got to hit rock bottom to go up. And we've all been through shit, regardless of where we are in life. But shout out to him. I hope he gets better. Shout out to Shorty. Shout out to her. Anali. I didn't know her prior to this. Shout out to her. I hope that she's not too traumatized by this shit. I mean, I can't say what her mental is. I cannot speak on that, but I can't say I don't think she should be traumatized by it, even if I think that shit. But I hope she's doing well. I hope she's doing okay. Adrien Broner, take it easy, my nigga. Take it easy. And it's something I wanted to touch on. My last thing. My last topic, because I'm not going to stay here long. I wanted to get on and record this. However, I've been busy. The roast, Kevin Hart's roast, the roast of Kevin Hart. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, this is a racist joke, this and that. I'm not excusing any fucking body you on that stage, because those motherfuckers are richer than you and I who's watching this, right? They're richer than me and you, whoever's watching this. And if they're as rich as you or you're richer, who gives a fuck, right? Here's the thing. It's a fucking roast. If you are not familiar with roasts, if you have not been a fan of roasts, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, because you don't understand what a fucking roast is. I watched that roast I watch it, and I watched it similarly to the previous roasts. It was fucking funny. Now, were there some points that they dug deep? Yes, but that's the fucking part of a roast. You watch roasts of past, and you're gonna be like, shit. Because that's what the fucking roast is. That's what a roast is. There's some jokes that some guy, I don't know his content. I can't speak on his content, his previous content, but some people say his shit is a little bit racy. And he mentioned George Floyd in one of his thing. And now I don't necessarily agree with it. However, with that said, there's not really any holds bars in the roast. Now, I don't feel, actually, I know that George Floyd had nothing to do with anything in this roast, that to the point, and Gara said that George Floyd, he did not even have to be mentioned. I agree with that. However, with that said, it's a roast. It's a fucking roast. Racy jokes are made in a roast. A lot of shit are made in a roast. What some people, you know, the person who's being roasted, they like, okay, they don't want their kids to be mentioned, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. So sometimes those things are off limits, but sometimes these motherfuckers have no chill and they mention those things. With that said, not every roast is live. This was a live roast. Majority, if not all of the people who are complaining are people who are not familiar with the roasts. And I'm not talking about just as recent as Tom Brady's roast. I'm talking about roasts from back in the day. Roasts talking about Justin Bieber and roasts from before. So I found nothing wrong with that roast. I think it was really funny. I don't feel nor believe it was the most funniest roast at all, but it was a very good roast. It was a very good roast. And Cat Williams popping up, showing out, that shit even was a cherry on top. Pause. So I think it was a very good roast. I think people who are complaining so much, they're not familiar with the roast. I think people who are complaining so much, you're not real comedian fans. You're not really comedic fans. You're not really a fan of comedy. So fucking switch it off. If it bothers you, just don't fucking watch it. If it bothers you, just don't fucking watch it. Here's the analogy I use. If I were to watch porn, I am not watching porn with man on man because I don't want to see that shit. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just not going to watch it. Don't watch the fucking roast. That's it, if it bothers you. And that's what I have to say. I think the roast was really done well. Shout out to Tariq. You guys are going to see him, my motherfucking brother. He's going to be on here for some episodes. Motherfucker, I hope you watch that shit so I can fucking talk to you about that shit. But, you know, that roast was fucking, that shit was gold. I like that shit. I think Cat Williams did a great job. I'm not going to analyze it. I'll probably do it on another episode. I'm not going to analyze it to a T. With that said, Cat Williams did his shit. I don't think he was unfiltered as he can and should be, albeit everyone they're timed. But I feel like Cat Williams would have fucking roasted shit up. And he did. So imagine if there were no time constraints for Cat Williams. But anyway, that's what I have to say on the Ryan Gibson podcast. Listen, guys, I have a couple of interviews coming out. I would love for you guys to watch it, and I'm gonna steady keep putting out music. I'm gonna steady keep putting out videos. I'm gonna steady keep putting out episodes. I have a rapper coming on, and that's why I'm saying music. So you know what I mean. Shout out to Blue Pac. Listen, Ryan Gibson podcast, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and follow, and comment, guys. Ryan Gibson podcast, guys. And I'm motherfucking out. I gotta go because my son, he just made a mess. I gotta go help clean up, and I'm out of here.
Turn me up, turn me up. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Cash, you did it with this one.
Welcome to my podcast. What's the topic? What's the word? Subscribe and broadcast.